And welcome back to the Survivor Girl podcast. How is everybody doing tonight? Hey, Becky.
Hey, Heather. How
Here
are
with
you?
my co-host. How's it going? Doing good?
I'm on the struggle bus, but that's nothing new for the time of year.
Yeah. You got to talking about that. But before we start getting into that, go ahead with our
disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yes, we are not doctors, therapists, counselors, or trained medical professionals. We are not here to treat, diagnose, or prescribe any means of treatment. We are here to share what we have been through and overcome in the hopes of inspiring and empowering others.
Yeah, so there you guys have it.
And I think I should add uplift as well.
Uplift as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you on that. So like you said, it has been kind of a struggle bus. And you had mentioned about this time of year, and I started thinking about it, and this time of year is when everything started happening on my side of the fence too. So it's kind of been interesting. But we're going to start out talking about some of the good stuff.
Yes.
Some of the happy stuff.
I was going to say June 23rd, the
Yeah.
day that will go down in infamy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, but
maybe not.
Leading Ladies Music Festival happened.
And it was amazing.
It was phenomenal.
We had such a great time.
Yes.
We were so thankful that we were able to be sponsored to sponsor.
Yes.
So again, just wanted to put it out there and thank everybody who helped with sponsorship, Corky's Dream.
Yes.
And we also had people that were able to donate to the baskets. We had two really lucky ladies that won those baskets. They were full of all kinds of goodies, you guys. So hopefully, and we even had a donation.
Yes,
at the event
for a future basket.
Yeah,
so that was really cool.
So I just we'll give a shout out really quick to those people. We had Jan Vincent McKee. She donated some Young Living Color Street, her book signed. We also had
Stone Cottage Farms,
some of those goodies, some soap that was put into there.
Dragonfly Boutique,
Ducky's Doodads,
the stadium.
Yes, they gave 2 gift certificates, which was really awesome because girls are nerds too.
Yes, girls are nerds too.
Also, we had Got Kilt gave us a really cool shirt to throw in there.
Dig Cafe. And then wasn't it Serendipity?
Serendipity Wellness Spa also gave us a gift certificate. New Orleans Beignet. There you go. I always say
you can never say it right.
I can't.
Yeah.
They also gave us a gift card, and the Book Nook gave us one of their books. Uplift Joyce Meyer's book. So
love Joyce Meyer.
Yeah, we had quite a few people. There was Melissa Wren. She donated to Paparazzi, or she got her paparazzi. She put something together.
Oh, cool.
We had Pure Romance, something in there for that as well by Andrea Withers.
Very cool.
And we just had so many different people that donated.
Much.
It was very cool. Beat Haven also donated. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was really cool.
That's right, they did.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that was a really cool. Those were cool baskets.
We weren't able to give the print away. That silent auction wasn't met, but maybe a future event that'll make its presence too.
Yep. Survive to Thrive is looking for other events, and we are going to hopefully be popping up in different places. I know that we're going to kind of tag along with the Don't Make This Weird crew.
Yes,
which I'm part of that too. But
yeah. I don't hate those guys that much. They gave me wine at the 4th of July bash.
See,
so
there you go.
So they're getting into my good graces.
Yeah, we're going to be popping up with them at the Tuscola Palooza. So they're going to have a booth out there, and we're going to be hanging out.
And what day is that?
That's August 10th, and that those proceeds are going to be going to
the Child Advocacy Center.
So that is also another
of Tuscola County.
of Tuscola County.
County.
Another great organization. So
Yes.
$10 for a ticket, and proceeds will be going towards that. You get to see 9 different bands. I don't have all the information on that right now, but we're going to be hanging out
later.
We're going to have some stuff probably out there that you guys are able to. We've got some inspirational art. That's going to be available. We'll put that up. And also, we have something else really super exciting, guys. We don't know a whole lot about it yet. We're still in the works with it, but we just started
Patreon.
Yeah. So you guys can check that out on the Patreon site, and I will give you the link for that as well. It's something cool that we looked into, and it's www.patreon.com/Survivor Girl Podcast, and you're able to do donations there to help us continue to create content and to help us get out there and spread the word and go and do different speaking and for the writing adventure. So we would be thankful for anything that you guys want to put forward to help us keep moving up and on.
Yes, and we'll share more as we know more, and share the link on the page.
Yeah, we can do that for sure. We'll do that. We'll share that. But we were talking about the Leading Ladies Music Festival. Just wanted to thank everybody that donated. But that event was incredible.
6 bands.
Yes.
All led by some phenomenal feminine vocals.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There were...
The light just came on. See, it was true.
Incredible. Untamed Beauty started out the set.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, they were it's a 2-piece band.
Acoustic, completely.
The guitar player actually has just a kick drum, and she's kicking on that, and 2 singers, and the energy was just incredible.
It was.
And then they were followed up by...
And then to find out that the guitarist, Deb, from Untamed Beauty, actually taught the next band.
That was very cool.
It was currently teaching the next band, which was Frame 42.
Frame 42, which are students of hers.
Yes.
She's a music teacher.
Yeah.
Deb, I believe, is her name.
Yeah.
And wow.
And they were phenomenal. I mean, they did some covers of some classic rock.
They did my spirit animal, Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
They did me proud. Did her proud.
They did.
Holy crap. Edge of 17, I believe. Oh, wow.
But I mean, classic rock, and they made it theirs and owned it. Yeah.
Yes. And then
Mojo
Hand. They were very good too.
Yes,
I love the blues. That's one of my favorite kind of.
Yep.
So the energy just continued on.
Yes.
And then
Tyrannosaurus.
I just added the lead singer on my page. Just incredible.
And not only an incredible lead singer, but a wonderful saxophonist.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, wow.
That was very cool. When you add that element to the band, it just
it just takes it to a different level.
And then
we had our favorite Wendy
Green
from Davis and Green.
Yeah,
or Davis Green
band. She put together, her and Melissa Hagar from the Ladies of Comedy.
Yeah,
put together this event, and they did a wonderful job. They did. We were very excited to be a part of it. They were right on top of everything, kept us in the loop with everything, and they were hanging out. We got all of our crew, our street team, which we give a shout out to them, ladies and gentlemen. We had guys that hung out with us that day too.
Although the guys didn't do the glitter lips, you know?
Nope, they didn't.
I was kind of disappointed that the guys didn't go for the glitter lips.
The one did from the radio station.
Well, the one from the radio station, but none of our street team went with the purple glitter lips. None of the guys, anyway.
None of the guys did, but the ladies did.
The ladies did.
And everybody
we rocked that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. So thank you to the comedy series and Melissa.
And then we also, after Davis Green, like we said, was incredible. Wendy is a little rocker, and she continues to keep on messaging us and see what we're doing, what we got going on. And, it's been cool that she's inviting us along, and it's been cool hanging out with her. And then
we want Wendy on the show. So Wendy, if you're listening, we want you on here.
Most definitely. And then the final act,
which I wasn't sure how I was going to like because I'm not a big country person. Whiskey Fix came on.
They were so good.
Wow.
But they added rock in there.
They did add rock, and they brought Wendy back up to do Black Panther.
Yeah, Black Cat.
That's it. Yeah.
And it was very good. Very good.
Very good.
So Yeah, I mean it was cool. They're planning on doing another one, so
Yes.
guys, keep on that page. Go like their page. Go like
Yes.
the Leading Ladies Music Festival page on Facebook,
Yes.
so you can continue to follow up and see what's going to be happening for the next one. This was their very first event, but they are coming back next year, and they're going to be switching up the date too. So keep your eyes peeled for
Yes.
that. Keep paying attention. You'll find out what bands are going to be playing, and you guys are not going to want to miss it because the first one was incredible. We give kudos to those ladies
Yes.
and everybody else that worked
It was
so
a great
hard.
time. Yes.
So again, we want to thank our street team for coming
Yes.
and hanging out with us because they were on point and awesome.
Yes.
We got raffle tickets that we did.
Yeah.
And so keep on looking at our page too.
Yeah.
Our inspirational art, dragonflies, and some of our bracelets and different things that we have available. You guys will be able to check out. And they're good priced.
I was going to say,
They're
I got
cool.
some new crochet patterns too that I'm going to be probably whipping up so we can put that on
some
there.
of the hats.
Maybe some of the hats.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we've got a couple things that are happening in chat, but we'll come back to
Sounds good.
some more uplifting stuff there. That's awesome things that's been going on. Tony says, "Hey guys, sound great. Been waiting for the show all week. Thank you for tuning in. We're happy that you're here.
Yes.
We're glad that we're able to keep doing this." And Candy Ray says, "Hello, ladies. Hey, Candy, how's it going?" And yeah, so that's cool. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
We're glad to have people joining on the chat, and we're thankful you're here.
We are very thankful. Yes. Without you, we would not have a show. So I should probably also at this point in time give the shout out I promised.
Okay.
So Nicole, if you're listening, hi. Thank you for listening and subscribing.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think she's one of our youngest listeners at the ripe old age of 15.
One of our younger listeners.
Yes.
And this content's not easy to take in.
No.
So please, when you're listening, if it's too much, we just, you can turn it off.
Yes.
We're glad that you're here. We're thankful that you're here, but we can understand that some of the stuff is pretty tough.
Can be intense.
And that's what we're here for, though.
Yes.
That's why we're doing what we're doing. So,
right.
But we appreciate you joining us.
Yeah.
So, also, we were part of the 4th of July party, too.
We were.
The bash here.
Yes.
At the studio with the Don't Make This Weird crew and the band 30F.
Yes.
They were also very incredible.
They were.
Not lead singer, female lead singer, but
no, but Jeremy awesome. Rocks.
And another
and
Chicago Jimmy with the
Chicago
sax.
Jimmy
and
I think even our friend Tony from Don't Make This Weird got on the mic a couple of times.
And Wojo on drums.
Yes. But the best of the evening was when you yourself hopped on the mic and did you rock it?
I mean, there's video evidence out there. You guys can check it out. It's on our page. Yeah, it was fun. I was glad to be up there. It's kind of me getting into that mode now. So hoping I can start moving forward with our little.
I was going to say, I know you weren't comfortable about doing it, but you rocked it.
It was fun.
And I know you're getting ready for the Relay for Life. Yes.
Yeah. So, which we've got more band practice for that too. Yeah. So, we do the Relay for Life every year. It's one of the celebrations I am thankful to be a part of. It comes around on my anniversary date for Cancer Free, and this year it's a little bit after. So usually it's in August, and I get to get up on stage and celebrate that. So this year it's going to be, I think is it September? It's happening. Yeah, I'm getting the nod. September 21st.
Wow.
So
is it going to be outdoors?
It's going to be outdoors. It's going to be at the Caro high school track, I believe, again.
Out by Stamens Field.
Yeah. So, they're going to do the walk and everything else, and then they're going to have some different bands up and everything. So,
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm thankful to be a part of that because it's part of the Second Chance, and that's cool. It's cool to be a part of that. So,
cool.
Yeah. So it was a very fun bash.
Yeah.
It was very, very cool.
It was very cool.
So, and then
There were fireworks after.
There were fireworks after. Who doesn't like fire? Well, apparently a lot of people don't like fireworks. I'm seeing it all over
I
Facebook
was
with
going to
the
say
stop already.
Cupid. Cupid does not like fireworks.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
That
on
poor little
Facebook
guy.
saying they don't want the fireworks. It's already 4th of July. Stop it already. I'm just like,
Wow.
oof.
Wow.
But I get it. Like people are,
Yeah.
like you said, Cupid's not a fan.
Cupid is not a big fan. I mean, he
So-
tries to sneak in, get into the smallest place possible,
Yeah.
which I'm learning there are a lot of places like that in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's finding them for you. Huh?
Oh, he is. And then it's fun because I have to find him. So,
Right.
yeah.
So it's like Cupid hide and seek.
Yeah. pretty much.
So we have another thing that we were a part of.
Before we get
Oh.
to that, Sasha says hello. And if you're willing to share your lasagna, Sasha, I'm willing to share the wine.
Ah, she's having wine with her lasagna. Or wants
No,
some
she
wine with her
wants wine
lasagna.
for her lasagna.
Well, thank you for tuning in, Sasha.
Yes, thanks, Sasha.
Welcome.
So yes.
So we also were a part of something else.
And I think it was bigger than what we realized it was.
It was a lot bigger than what we were
bigger.
realized. We had Crystal LaFay on our show. She was our very first guest on
Yes.
Survivor Girl podcast. And since then we've kind of been in cahoots with each other. You know, we've been
Yes.
working arm in arm and working through different things, and she invited us to come to a Survivor Circle
Yes.
film that she wanted to put on, and it was her vision of things that, you know, having certain people come and talk about their stories on film.
Mhm.
And the facility that we were able to get was over at Stone Cottage Farms,
which is absolutely beautiful.
it's a beautiful place. There, you know, you got the when you're outdoors, you're dealing with the flies and the different
Yes.
stuff. So you will see that
Flies,
in the video,
mosquitoes.
but don't let that distract you, because the whole meaning
I was
of
gonna
the
say,
video.
At one point in time, I was watching a chipmunk in the tree above you.
Yes, and I had Cupcake the cat.
Cupcake the
sitting
cat
next to
came
me.
and gave his love to all of us.
So that is something that we were able to be a part of, and it, like you said, it was a lot bigger than we expected, and the impact from hearing
Yes.
all of the stories that day was very, very hard.
It was,
but it was very rewarding as well.
We should
'cause
probably explain a little bit more about. There was 6 of us total, and each one of us was there to share our survivor stories from domestic violence.
Right.
Heather, who has a couple, wasn't quite ready to share hers yet, which was
Right.
completely and totally understandable. She helped facilitate, keep us all on point, and you asked some amazing questions
Thank
as
you.
follow-ups. So
I was glad to be able to be there, to be a part of
Yeah.
it, and to hear all of your guys' all of your ladies' stories. It was very, very hitting.
Yeah.
But it made me realize a lot. Even though I didn't share my story,
Yeah.
it made me wake up to a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I know it wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't just you. It shook me to the core.
Yeah.
And in ways I really didn't expect.
Right.
I mean, okay. All of us women talked about our situations. And of course, I've shared the date rape situation that I had.
Right.
And one of the things that one of the other ladies was talking about was how we needed to forgive those who do us wrong.
Right.
Specifically, those who have harmed us. We need to forgive them, not because they deserve the forgiveness,
Right,
necessarily, or something like that, but we have to forgive them for us, because by not forgiving them, they're still holding power against us.
yes. And that was a very hard hitting statement.
It was
and
it was
across the board.
It was across the board. We were all kind of like just shook by that, especially even the camera lady.
Oh yeah.
I mean, none of us had a dry eye.
No.
At all.
The Kleenex was passed around, hugs were passed around. I
Kleenex,
mean, it was
hugs, and it wasn't just like one Kleenex. I mean, we were literally taking handfuls of Kleenex.
And to be able to put that raw emotion, especially on film. I mean, it's one thing for us to do it here on the podcast, but you're not seeing it on camera. But to have that camera right in our faces,
and that camera was literally right in our face.
It's even more of a, like, I don't want to say like a punch, but it's more of an impact.
I was gonna say,
even
and
so.
it explained the cyclical kind of um, cycle of abuse.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially Crystal and her mom's story.
Yeah, Crystal was able to have her mother tell her
Her
story
story,
there,
yes.
and to kind
And
of to
her mother told
show,
her story first,
yeah,
and then Crystal told Crystal's own story.
yeah,
And I mean, it just showed the whole cycle.
yeah.
And it was
It was very,
heartbreaking.
it was very heartbreaking, and to sit there and watch her mom holding on to her during her story, and then
Yeah.
having Crystal hold her mom's hand during
Yeah.
hers. It was very strong.
It was
and
very, yes.
it was very powerful.
I was going to say, and so once that video is edited, it will be put up
Yep.
on Crystal's page and ours.
It will be available very soon.
Yeah.
Because we definitely want to get it out there for
Yes.
people to be able to watch and just get the stories.
So back to the things that shook me.
Yeah.
Obviously the forgiving,
Mm-hmm.
because I haven't forgiven the guys
Yeah.
who have done me wrong.
Right.
I realized that I have a huge trust issues.
Yeah.
Huge. And I also learned that there's two ways that you deal with the abuse. Mm-hmm. I mean, out of all of the women, most shared that they were abused, and then that led to promiscuity.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there on the other side of the spectrum going, okay, so what's wrong with me? Because I didn't have that whole running to promiscuity. I kind of like took the opposite.
Shut it down.
Yeah, I just shut it down. So
yeah. See, and I don't know, because I'm on that other spectrum too.
Right.
You know, so that's where I went to.
I'm actually thinking that both are probably
right
common responses.
Right.
Just that the whole shutting it down and going the opposite direction probably is rare.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I haven't heard much on that until actually you, to be quite honest.
Me, yeah.
Not pointing out and being like,
well, no, we all know that I'm different.
Right. Right. But it that whole thing though, like when they were talking about that and running to, I was like, oh my God, that's me. Like at times I'm like, there's my hand up. That's me too. Right. What the hell? This is me too. You know, it was, it brought a lot into perspective as to why, because when these things happen, especially with something like that, where you're running into the arms of any guy or whatever, you're sitting there going, man, I'm horrible. I can't believe that I am so bad that this is what I'm putting myself down to.
Yeah.
Like I'm allowing this to happen. And you just think, you know, it's like, I can't believe I do this kind of thing. What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
And to constantly be questioning that, and then to hear that you're not the only one, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just something that was like a daddy issue or something.
Except
in
for in my
life,
case, when I was the only one, but you know, that's okay.
Okay. And
you
other
know,
than that, but you know, you stating that and putting that in there, there's somebody else out there that's
I'm sure there's somebody out there.
Right.
Out there. But the biggest thing that shook me, and it still has me kind of quaking in my boots.
Yeah.
I haven't forgiven myself.
Yeah. And how do you get to that point?
I'm not quite sure.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I didn't realize I hadn't forgiven myself.
Yeah.
I know that I didn't do anything wrong, but I treated myself horribly afterwards.
Right.
The things that I said to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, we are our own worst enemies.
We are.
We
definitely are. And I think when it comes with that, we develop insecurities about ourselves.
Yes.
And then we start looking into other women and mostly other women, I'd say.
Yeah.
And trying to find every little thing that we can pick apart on them, because we're so afraid that they're going to find out what is wrong with us.
Exactly. And a lot of the times what we do is we mirror ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. When you're upset, you're finding it in somebody else.
Exactly.
And you don't like it about them.
Yeah. Like one of the things that drives me absolutely crazy is you're never on time.
Yeah. But yet, you know,
I'm never on time either. So I mean,
it's a learning process. It really is. Everything. Little backstory. You know, I have had best girlfriends in my life. I've hung out with more, I think, guys than I really have with
Right.
women.
Yeah.
And I've just found that it's easier sometimes with just that way to run with guys. And of course, yes, with doing that, you also get the, oh, I wonder if she's with that person, if she's sleeping with that guy. And it's not necessarily, or she's going to take my man from me because they're
Right.
best friends. And it's like, no, that's not really what that's about. But so we're both really kind of learning on our friendship
Yes.
from past friendships and how to navigate
Yeah.
other female friendships.
Exactly.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Me either.
I'm just gonna be honest. Like I don't. And I can't, like, sometimes I wonder if, because I've hung out with guys for so long, if I've kind of just, because I'm, no offense to the men that are listening, but I'm horrible with dates, anniversaries, birthdays, any kind of, just, I don't know. Yeah, I got the guys in the
Yep,
studio
the guys
raising
in
their
the
hands
studios
right
are
now.
raising their hands.
I'm
so.
not good with that stuff, and I don't mean to. And then there's other people, other women that are just phenomenal at it, and I'm going, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not good with that.
Like that one friend who's a Nazi and said, no, she wanted this kind of cake, and she wanted this, and she wanted this, and we're gonna do this.
Yeah,
because I'm the opposite.
That one. There's a couple of things in chat here.
Yes.
We're not trying to break, but Dawn is joining us. She says, hi, Heather, Becky, Tony, and Nate. Also, Kenna's in the studio, Dawn.
Yes.
And Sandy.
And our friend Tiffany. Yes.
Are hanging out here in the
We have
in
a
the
full studio. Why aren't you here, Dawn? We miss you.
And Tony says hello to Dawn. And self-forgiveness. Also, Tony says self-forgiveness is so hard, but it's so worth it when it happens. It's a huge weight lifted off your shoulders. And that's very true. Unlike you saying that you haven't forgiven yourself yet.
Yeah.
After the Survivor Circle, I went home and literally fell into Adam's arms, bawling my eyes out. And he was just like, whoa, what's happening here? What's going on? And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I forgive myself.
Yeah.
I forgive Zach, which eventually I will get into that story.
Right.
I forgive all of the things that happened growing up. I mean, there's all kinds of things. I put down the gauntlet of forgiveness, and I just said, okay, it's time to get rid of this.
Yes.
Because it is. I don't want to be sick. I don't want my stomach twisted from all of this. I already stress out enough on a day-to-day. I need to get rid of that forgiveness, and that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
We're navigating some pretty crazy waters.
Big stuff. Yeah.
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 If you guys have tuned in, like our very first episode, Becky and I get into the things that kind of the beginning of
our origin stories, which really technically are not the beginning of our origin.
True.
I mean, they're kind of like the last sort of things that we
kind of
dealt with, but
you can go back and listen to that on episode 1. Our episodes are archived, so you're able to go back and listen to them. But we just kind of got into, like she said, we figured that's where we're starting from, but there's so much more. And going through all of that stuff and trying to navigate on a daily, we've got grief that we deal with.
Yes.
We've got depression. I have got the OCD. I don't know so much if yours is on the same lines. There's different,
I really haven't been diagnosed with the OCD.
Yeah. Anxiety on top of that.
But I do have anxiety. And I actually think I have the opposite of the OCD, which is the hoarder mentality, which is also on the OCD spectrum.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, and just trying to navigate through daily life, meeting different people, doing everything that we're doing right now, and then the image thing.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
This isn't one of our favorite topics, but we grow up with believing that there's a certain standard that we have to look like or we have to be like.
I was going to say, Sandy and I talked about this after the Survivor Circle a little bit.
Okay.
That we all are the same.
Yeah.
We all have the same insecurities.
All of us women.
All of us
correct.
Women. Yes.
I mean, and the men have insecurities too.
Actually, something, guys have the same insecurities too. They just don't talk about them like us women.
They're different.
They all want to be skinnier. They all don't think they're sexy.
There's all kinds of
They're all, yeah,
insecurities. We all do,
exactly.
because you know what? We don't
Yeah.
stop and think that we're
So
all freaking human. We
we
all
are
put our
all
damn pants
100%
on
the
the
same.
same
Yes.
way,
Yeah.
unless you put them on backwards. Whatever. That's getting dressed in the dark. You do your thing.
Or
But
you wear them inside out.
right. That happens.
And you give 2 fucks about it.
Right. That
Or
happens.
0 fucks.
But what it comes down to is, why are we so hard on ourselves?
Yeah.
Why are we so hard on everybody else?
Yeah.
Can't we just live like, there's enough shit going on. I'm
Right.
sorry. There is.
No, there is.
There is enough going on day to day when we're trying to navigate through work,
Right.
through making the bills, through whatever else that our adult, I do this in air quotes, adult responsibilities are. And then you add on, you start piling on the anxieties and different mental illnesses that we all pretty much have.
Yeah.
One way or another, we have something going on because of these pressures, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Or passed down through the generations.
I was going to say, I'm like Dawn, where I kind of eat my feelings.
Oh, yeah. I've been there too. I still catch myself sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
She says that she's got anxiety, depression eating. And
I was going to say, Sandy just peeked around the chair at me like, what?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm like that too. I'm on there with you, Dawn. And then we sit there and we beat ourselves up over that too.
Yeah.
How many times can we beat ourselves up? It's getting to that point, like
5 billion times.
Let me just stop here for a second and say we don't deserve it. We don't.
Exactly.
We need to stop being so hard on ourselves. Stop overthinking every situation.
Yeah.
I'm horrible for this. And I know this is easy for me to say, oh, stop it. Because I'm still doing it here and there, but I'm learning.
We are enough, period.
Yeah.
We're enough.
How do we change this up? How do we make this difference in ourselves? It starts with ourselves, I believe.
Yeah, it does. It starts with yourself.
And starting in the morning saying, I am enough.
Yeah.
I am enough.
I was going to say, well, I have 10 affirmations I say every morning.
Okay. Do you want to share them?
I can't remember them all by heart, but I can give you the ones that I remember.
Yeah.
I have survived 100% of my worst days.
That is a great one.
I was going to say, and my affirmations are all truths as I see them.
Okay.
So I have survived 100% of my worst days. I am smart. I have a great smile. I have beautiful eyes.
I need to start doing mine. Will you write mine for me?
No, you have to write your own. That's the point of your daily affirmations.
Okay.
Yeah. I can do anything I put my mind to it.
That's a good one too.
Cool. I was gonna say, and I lost count, but
yeah,
but I mean, that's how I start my day.
Now, is this something that you walk in front of the mirror and say to yourself, or you just say them before you get out of bed?
I say them every morning as many times as I need to say them to get me going.
Yeah.
I am horrible at waking up in the morning. So when I open my eyes, I start my affirmations and I lay there, and then I'll look and watch the weather. And if I'm still not out of bed, I say my affirmations again.
Yeah.
So it's my way of kind of getting up and out of bed. But then if I'm still having a struggle bus sort of day,
yeah,
I will say them over and over and over and over again
until it starts to sink in, and you're like,
starts to sink in, and I'm ready to go. Or I've done that wonderful thing that you've suggested, the countdown.
Mm-hmm.
I've allowed myself.
Mel Robbins, a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 go thing.
Yes.
I tell you what, it works.
It really does.
So yeah, check that out. She's on one of the TED Talks, and I listened to that. She does have audiobook and other books out there. I like what she brings to the table. Her audiobook kind of seemed like it continued to kind of go into it continually. But I definitely love listening to the TED Talks. Those are one of my favorites, and of course our Jensen Chero too.
Yes. I've recently started Girl Wash Your Face.
That too. Who's the author on that again?
Rachel Hollis.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. And then there's another one that she came out with that is Stop stop saying sorry or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's some other book that she had just gotten out too. And I was like, oh, Adam showed it to me. He's like, you need this book. I'm like, you're right, I do.
I was also told by my cousin Megan that I needed to reread Stephen Covey's book, The Speed of Trust.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So that is on my Kindle, and I'm reading Girl Wash Your Face in the morning, and then when I go to bed, I'm reading Speed of Trust.
Okay.
So
wow. So that's good too. I think it's very important that we do read and we find these different things. I know that, like, I love about Jen Sincero is, like, in the beginning, she's like, I don't believe in this whole, hokey pokey and, the new age, whatever. And it's just like, yeah, I'm kind of with you, like the whole self-help movement thing.
Yeah.
But when you listen to her, or if you read, I love listening to her book.
Oh, yes.
I love it because she's funny.
Yes.
She's entertaining. And
I was going to say she does her own audiobook.
She does.
You can find that on YouTube.
You can find that on YouTube. Yep. But I also have a couple things here in chat right now. Candy says, I think the hardest thing ever is to forgive yourself and love yourself. And I agree. I agree. It took many years for me to do that. I'm still working on it. I'm not done yet.
I'm not done forgiving myself, but I'm on a better path after this weekend.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, especially since I realized exactly what was going on.
Sometimes you just need to have that time to yourself. I honestly, I love people. Oh. I love being around people too.
And see, I'm still not a people person.
But I need my time. Like, if I'm working through something, it's nothing personal to anybody, but I need my time to think things through. Yeah. I do my best thinking when I'm working on a project, just kind of chilling by myself. We also have Tony in here saying everyone has a story. Remember, some days it only takes one person to just listen and make your day better. Smile on purpose, love hard, and love on purpose. I agree. I agree with that.
And I feel so bad for me on Friday talking to Tony.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I yelled at him. Oh. I told him, he was asking me what was going on, and I kind of yelled at him and said, I'm not taking care of myself like I should. And he's like, did you just hear what you said? Yeah, I did hear what I said. I said, I'm not taking care of myself like I should.
Yeah.
So I've taken care of that, and I'm now on a better path that way as well.
Good. Yeah. Sometimes it's not an easy destination to get to.
Well,
but
confession.
Okay.
Last week, because of all of the prep that was going on, because of the 4th of July,
right,
I may have neglected taking my antidepressants, which is never a good idea.
Right? Yeah. That's not a good idea.
And I may have neglected taking them all week long.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So it was hell last week.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It was hell.
It was.
But can I also say something else?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't like you, but I still love you. And we all feel that way.
Nobody liked me this week.
It was a very rough week.
It was a very rough week.
I don't know how many eggshell cartons.
Kenna's sitting there shrugging. Well, Kenna, you weren't around. So I was not excuse my language, but I was not a bitch to you. But I can tell you 5 people in this room that I was a bitch to. And one of them wasn't even here at the time for it. So sorry, Tiffany.
So it wasn't, but we knew that there was something more going on there.
Right.
And does it excuse it? No.
No. Bad behavior is never excused.
It doesn't. But you opened your eyes too.
But thankfully, you guys all forgave me.
We do. Yes. We did. We are. That's what happens. And sometimes I think that's another hard thing that we do is when we act differently or we treat people differently or whatever, to admit that. Why? What is the reason? What's going on?
Right.
And that's not always easy either. No. And especially right now. You did this on live. I give you kudos for doing that.
One of the things that I like to do is I like to journal.
Yeah.
I went through one whole purple pen this weekend.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
And let me tell you too, Becky gets moody when she's out of purple pens. So we have 1,000,001 now.
Yes. Yes, we do.
It happened once and I was like,
yeah, we can't have Becky out of purple pens anymore. But yeah, 15 whole pages in my journal.
Wow.
And that was just the pages that I actually wrote in the journal. There was writing all over the house.
Yeah.
Every receipt, I mean,
Yeah.
just everything and anything that I needed to get out.
Well, and
I
I
kind of
find that
like
those things
threw
work.
up, like
Word
word
vomited.
vomit,
Uh-huh.
not actual throwing up, but word
Right.
vomit.
Right. But
So
and sometimes that's what you need. And I think that's another important thing, especially like listeners. One other thing that I think is important is finding your outlet. Finding
right,
your outlet, whether it be journaling or
right.
singing was
Yeah,
one of mine.
journaling isn't for everybody.
Singing, coloring. I don't know. You find your outlet. You find your thing that helps you to get through. And that's another thing. We have open communication on our Survivor Girl
Yes.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
Survivor Girl podcast. We have an open messenger, so you can message us.
Yes.
Sometimes it's
I
just
was gonna
finding
say,
someone to
well,
talk to.
there were a couple of prayer requests that did come in this weekend.
Yes.
So that one that I shared wasn't just for one person.
Yeah.
There were actually 4 women that were going through it
Okay.
that needed prayers because they're
Going.
working on bettering themselves.
Wow.
And yeah.
Wow. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back over here to the chat really quick, and don't forget that, guys. If you have prayer request or you just have some things that you just kind of want to get off your chest,
one of us is always available via messenger.
Yeah, for sure. And if you want to join our Survivor Girl podcast street team, there's positive stuff going up on there every day too.
Oh yeah,
so
there
just
is.
let us know. We'll throw you up on there.
Thanks to the awesome street team that posts regularly.
Yeah, our street team is on it. I mean, and you can share inspirational stuff on there, quotes, whatever you want to share.
Yeah.
We try to find out, tell us about yourself, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're able to be a part of some of the events if you're available for them too. So if you want to join us on the street team, go ahead and let us know and we'll put you on it. So
I was going to say, and that is one way to share inspirational quotes as well.
Yep.
So there was one quote that was sent to me this weekend by somebody.
Yeah.
And that one just kind of opened my eyes.
Okay.
And it's, once you choose hope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that again. Once you choose hope, anything is possible.
Nice. I like that a lot. That's very good. I found out that one of the most searched words on Google or in any search engine is the word hope.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is the most searched word.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's funny that you bring that up. But yeah, I mean, because who doesn't need that?
We all need hope.
We all do.
Well, we all need hope and we all need love.
Yeah.
And sometimes loving is not easy.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes accepting love is not easy.
Nope.
But that's one thing. Like I used to go around in circles about falling in love and finding like my brain was set on it. I'm gonna find my person. That's what I'm gonna do in life. And then I'd get hurt and I'd be like, nope.
Oh, not gonna.
But
do
I
that again.
still would go back. I didn't learn. I'd continue the cycle of finding love, but it was never always the right. But before I get more into that, we also have
chat? I see chats like blowing up. I actually had to turn it off of my phone because I was
So Dawn says that she lives on the struggle bus lately, and Dawn, we've been praying for you too, hon. We know what's going on, and that you've shared with us what's going on.
Funny she says that because she was actually one of the people I had in mind when I posted the prayer request about the person who's bettering themselves. So
she's also one of our awesome, amazing street team members.
Yes.
And I keep on hoping that with all of the things that we're posting on there and that everybody else she's posting on there too, that it's helping you get through what's going on right now.
And she and I checked in on each other this weekend as well. Good. While everyone else was away.
Very good. And then Candy has started her own Facebook page, like a group, Facebook group, and it's called 6 Degrees of Truth Serum. And it's pretty much on her page of talking about the truths. Yeah, I see it. It's talking about just truths in life and being honest about some of the things that why we do the things we do, the way that we act and stuff. So that's also out there.
So the person who just showed you that website is going to be nice enough to copy and paste it and put it on the Survivor Girl podcast page for us, please and thank you.
Yeah, so we'll get it up there though. And she said that it was okay to go ahead and share that. But yeah, I mean, getting back to where we were at about struggling with the things within ourselves.
Yeah.
We do need to start realizing that we are only human, and that when you're faced with as many things as you're faced with, whether it be grief, depression, anxiety, or just your day to day, trying to figure out who you are, trying to figure out what you really want in life, it's not easy. It's not an easy task.
No.
And you got to figure out how that we can accept those things and accept ourselves and forgive ourselves, So, and also how to fix somebody else's crown instead of
Yes.
tarnishing it, or
Or if you see that it's tarnished and off kilter, instead of telling them, "Hey, your crown is tarnished," polish it for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
fix, turn or not tarnish it.
Don't tarnish it. No, you
Clean
don't want
it
to.
up,
Yeah, clean it up, polish
fix
it.
it up,
Yeah.
and it's okay to do that.
Yes,
It is okay to help somebody else out.
it is.
It's okay to be supportive to another woman.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I think that's the hard part. We need to get out of our own ways.
Yeah.
And this is something that I had to learn in the beginning with getting out of my way to do the things that I'm able to do now. And a lot of that stems back from growing up and the different things that I grew up with. One of the big things this weekend was my 20th class reunion. And I did not go.
No.
I didn't go to it. Part of me wanted to, but part of me still struggled with it. We get in our mind, like, one of my big things was, oh well, when I left school, when I graduated school, I was at 300 pounds. That's the last time everybody's seen me. Well, I'm no longer there.
No, you aren't.
And after school, I gained more than that. So, but my big thing was, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show that I've lost the weight and this blah blah blah, and also about how the things I'm doing in life and this and that, because everybody's got this in their head. Oh, when I go back to my class reunion, I'm gonna talk about all the things, but that's not me. That's not me. Why? Why would I do that? What do I have to prove? I don't. And I also have to stop and remember a lot of these people from my class, I'm actually have on Facebook now as friends.
Yeah, so they see what you're doing and what you look like and stuff.
I went through getting bullied in school, big time. I mean, I went through it. I got drugged through it. It was not fun. It sucked.
Yeah.
But I don't hold. That's another thing. Okay, how about this on air? I forgive you guys for bullying me through school. I forgive myself for taking that to heart and for hating myself for being overweight. How about that?
Wow. I'm proud of you for doing that. Yeah.
I forgive you, the people in school, because you know what? Now you're not those same people. And if you are, that's on you.
Yeah. You're not picking that one up.
I'm not picking that one up. Right. It's not on me.
Right.
Wow. I actually kind of feel quite a relief from that.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. So I also put it out there too, that if anybody wasn't able to make it to the class reunion or whatever, that, we could catch up, that they could message, or maybe I could see them for breakfast or something sometime. Yeah. Tell me about your kids. Tell me about your family. Tell me what's new. Tell me about who you are now instead of who you were then.
Yeah.
And that's putting that out there.
Has anyone taken you up on that offer yet?
Not yet. Not yet. Class reunion was last night. I did a video on the class reunion event page and was like, hey guys, sorry I can't make it, but so I struggled with wanting to go because I wanted to be like, guess what? That's not me. I'm happy with where I'm at in life and the places I'm going with the things that we're doing. Places we're going with the things that we're doing, and it's exciting. Yeah, I want to talk about it because it's exciting.
Yeah,
but not about, hey, in your face.
Yeah,
because that's not what it's about.
Yeah,
it still never has been.
You remain humble even today.
Yeah. So you have to. You have to. So. And Nate puts in the chat, praying for you, Mom. I love you. We all love you.
Yes, and we're all praying for you, Dawn.
Yeah. So yeah, Dawn. And then Candy says working on that now. And I think maybe the forgiveness part, I'm not sure. But yeah, or maybe praying for Dawn too. I mean,
Yeah.
thank you for that. So I don't know. I think it's time that we forgive a lot of the things that we've
Yeah.
done or put ourselves through from growing
Yes.
up until now.
Yeah.
You know, I said, I said, because my birthday's coming up,
Yes.
that for
Yes.
my
Yes.
birthday, I wanted to get 1,000 likes on Survivor Girl podcast.
Yeah.
But I've started to think about it and I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But really, what I want for my 39th birthday is to continually let go of these things
That keep us bogged down.
start rebuilding,
Yeah.
and live happy to the point where my soul is happy too.
Yeah.
That's really what I want for my birthday. Like, I want to stop worrying about what everybody else is thinking, about what everybody else is doing, and just live in the moment. Really.
Truly. Yeah.
Yeah. 1,000 likes would be also cool. But
Yeah.
that'd be a bonus birthday present. You know.
I was going to say, well, you want to know what the catalyst was to change my way of thinking tonight?
What's that?
Somebody came up to me and told me, you're one of my biggest role models.
Wow. That's cool.
It is, but it kind of is mind blowing because you're going through your own personal hell that you're putting yourself through.
Yeah.
And you're like, how can I be a role model?
Right. When you're going through.
Yeah.
But do they know what you're going through?
They 100% know what I'm going through.
Wow. Because I was going to say, if they didn't know, then of course, that's another thing we're good at.
Yeah.
We hide.
We do hide.
But it doesn't mean you can't be a role model no matter what you're going through.
Yeah.
It really doesn't mean that you
don't
can't.
need the Kleenex. I'm fine.
But yeah, it doesn't mean that you can't be a role model.
The tears are okay, Tony, because I'm not one to emote in public.
But
it's okay.
See, I am. I'm just like, hey, look at me.
I know. You cry all the time.
I do. I'll be honest. I cry. I cry a lot. But you know what? Because I feel everything so much.
Yeah. I was going to say, and that was another thing that was just had me outside of my comfort zone this week.
Yeah.
I think I single-handedly broke down and cried, like ugly cried in just about everyone's arms.
Yeah.
With the exception of Nate and Kenna.
Yeah.
And Tiffany. Yeah.
But it's okay because you let that shit go. And guess what?
Yeah.
We still love you.
I know.
And we didn't pick that shit up.
It's a good thing you didn't pick that shit up because I'm telling you right now, what had me down part of the way is the grief that I'm dealing with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, and we haven't really talked about that part of it either, but
right.
I don't need the Kleenex. Thank you, though.
Right. We really haven't talked much about that. And we are going to start getting into more of our stories and all of the other things that have brought us to where we're at right now. Not just the beginning of our second chances, but all of the other things that have happened and that we've navigated thus far.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we've got a lot going on. Our next show, I believe, is with Jeremy.
Yes.
So our next male guest is going to be Jeremy Scott Gibbs. He's going to be joining us. So guys, tune in for that.
Yeah.
We've got so many more shows coming, guys, and
yes.
so many more things that are going to be happening.
And so many more amazing ideas.
Just for sure.
Keep presenting themselves, we should say.
So more things are going to be happening. Keep an eye out on our Facebook.
Definitely going to be more vendor events.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For sure. And you guys, if you get a chance, go over to our Facebook page, share and
like, subscribe.
Yep. Share, like, and subscribe. And we will put your name in for a drawing for 2 tickets to Tuscola Palooza.
Yes.
So go ahead and like this episode, share this episode, and like our Facebook page. Yes, that's a lot of things that you got to do. But if you want these tickets, you'll do it. So if you've already liked us, you're already halfway there.
Yeah, exactly.
But We
Don't
also,
forget to go to YouTube and hit that subscription bell.
yeah, if you guys like what you're hearing, if you are feeling what we're saying, go and hit that bell,
Yeah.
subscribe, and you will get notified when we go live for Survivor Girl Podcast. And if
Yes.
you feel like this is an episode or any of our episodes somebody else needs to hear, go
Share
and
it with
share it.
them. Please.
Go share our page.
Yes.
And share it with others because we got to reach somebody. That's our
Yeah.
goal. We got to
Oh, yeah.
reach, if we reach just one
I was going
person.
to say, definitely one person.
So,
And we already know that we've reached more than one person.
yeah, we've gotten some pretty awesome messages in the inbox, and
Yeah.
you know, we love having those messages, and we love having you guys in the chat and participating, and
Yeah.
you know, and Dawn just said you have with several exclamation marks. Thank you.
So to the 15-year-old who I know is listening, my advice to you is learn how to love yourself.
Yeah, start now.
Love yourself unconditionally.
Yeah.
Do not put yourself down. You are worth so much more than you're giving yourself credit for
sure.
when you put yourself down.
For
and be sure that you are loving yourself before you look to anybody else to love you.
Yeah, because you're not gonna. It's you.
If
You
you
may
don't love
find somebody.
yeah.
You may find somebody that loves you, but if you're not genuinely loving
And
yourself,
if you are
first,
not you,
yeah,
then
don't change.
Don't change.
Don't change yourself for somebody either. That's
exactly.
it. You know, there's been things that, you know, I've been told with, if anybody who's met my fiance, he's a very loud guy. He's a loud fellow.
Yes.
But and he's different. He's very different, and that is one of the things. And it's funny because I was talking with Crystal, and the one day, I swear, he was wearing the exact same outfit that Crystal's husband was wearing. And I just said, you know, and she's like, I just love him for him. I used to think in the beginning, like, oh, is he wearing that? And I feel that way. Like, don't put somebody in a box that they don't belong in.
Right.
You know,
you can't change them.
Then you're not supposed to be with them if you want to.
Then you're not supposed to if you want to. Exactly.
So work on yourself first and foremost. Yes. Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Find this solution.
Find
this
out who
forgiveness
you are.
For,
yes.
You know, before you venture any further. And that's good advice, especially at 15. 15 is rough.
Oh my gosh.
15
all the hormones,
is rough.
All the hormones.
I do have to say, when I was her age, starts like an old, anyway. When I was her age,
back in the day,
there was a girl that was in school at, I won't say her name, but she was always positive. No matter what happened, this girl was positive for everything.
Yeah.
I never seen her get angry. Never. Even when we weren't at school. Out by herself, whatever. Never heard her say a bad thing about anybody. And I used to admire that so much. So much. So that goes kind of back with the whole finding stuff inside a self and getting angry about it in others.
Yeah.
Got to figure that out.
We do.
Fix each other's crowns.
Yes.
Clean them up.
Stop
being hateful towards each other.
And it starts with yourself.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So there is nothing wrong with seeing somebody in the store. And if you like her outfit, tell her.
Yes.
That dress looks amazing on you.
That
you might be the only compliment she receives that day.
Yeah. I grew up like I've been that way.
Yeah.
And I used to feel weird about it. I'm like, I wonder, like, I say something to somebody and I'd be like, oh, she probably thinks I'm like a lesbian or something, which is not a bad thing. But I was also just like, maybe she thinks I'm hitting on her. Maybe, but you know what? No. 9 times out of 10, they stop and they smile at you. I had one lady, I just bought this. I didn't know if it was going to look good. I was like, I love it. It looks great.
Yeah.
I like your hair color.
Yeah.
I like, do that. Be nice to one another.
Those earrings are phenomenal. Where did you get them?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just be nice.
Small, simple.
Yeah. And also take a compliment.
Yes.
This is me.
Yes.
I am hard to, when it comes to compliments, I'm very hard on myself.
Yes.
I'll be like, yeah, so are you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. No, take it. Take a compliment.
I'm getting the eyes again. I don't take compliments very well either.
Take them. So. Take compliments. Yes. So I mean, I guess we've been just kind of spewing on all this stuff, but it's stuff that we had to feel out, put it out there today. So
yeah, it was just the right time.
go ahead and share that. Like I said, like we said, share this episode. We're gonna have more. Join us. We are the last 3 Sundays at
No.
6 p.m. What?
We are the first 3 Sundays at 6
first
p.m.
3. I'm trying to add more to our show. If you guys
Well,
like that, let us
I was
know.
sitting there, I was adding the episodes this weekend to Cozy, and I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there going, okay, I'm tired of just adding it.
Right.
So I'm just like every Sunday. And then
Yeah.
I went through and I deleted all the last ones.
There you go.
Because
There
it
you
was
go.
so much easier just to add them all and then delete the last one than it was to.
Yeah. So do you have any advice for the week that the rest of the week that we're heading into for our listeners?
I don't know about them.
Yeah.
But I am going to try to just relax, enjoy the moment, and do one thing every day that frightens the living crap out of me.
Wow.
And some days that might just be getting out of bed.
Some days that can be.
Uh-huh.
That can
Yep.
be. And I say, guys, go on with this weekend, or go on with this week. I mean, after this long weekend.
Yeah.
And just be good to yourself. Be kind. Try.
Yes.
I want to hear next week.
Next week, yes.
How it went down when you gave somebody a compliment, when you fixed somebody else's crown. Let us know.
Yes.
Join us next week.
Tell us your experience. Yes, that's your homework.
Or message us during the week and let us know on our podcast so we can read it.
Yeah.
Next episode. We will have Jeremy Scott Gibbs on, but we'll take time.
We'll take time for that. Yes.
To put that in there. So go out there, ladies, fix people's crowns. And Becky,
be better, not bitter.
And remember, guys, life is best lived.